Hey y'all, I'm back. As some of you may know, I'm Becca Bloom and I am your friend. Um, I don't feel like I have very many friends, so thank you for being my friend. I did open the blinds, which I set the lighting a little bit more, so hopefully that makes a difference. I feel as I see myself in the screen that it did not make a huge difference, but I feel a little better. Jeez, I'm hungry. Um, so I'm doing the exact same topic and situation as I did the episode before this. So I'm just trying to nail it. And that was my first time. And I was focusing more on the topic than my personal presence, which is quite fuck. Ooh, don't I can't say that. Um, it's so hard. I think I'm pretty smart too. So I used to say like a lot, but now it's kind of transcended into and I want to be very well spoken in my life. So I'm gonna work really hard on being strong mentally and being fluid with my thoughts. And I think that'll make a big difference. So, hold on, guys. Let me pull up this quote. As I said, I do not remember anything. And here we go. Let's see how this turns out this time. I didn't say it, guys. I did not say it. Okay, first episode. Freedom is empowerment. It is the escape of agony, a breakthrough into new perspective, a power existing in all that we fight for, a release of entrapment, and a surrender to the torture of mind, body, soul. I just thought it'd be a good idea to give you a chance to think about that. I think it was. So, to continue on to this idea of freedom, I honestly have always connected it to the word surrender. And, you know, freedom and the release and the surrender and the escape that we experience while we chase freedom is a form of entrapment, really. Uh, you know, something that just occurred to me yesterday, which is crazy, just yesterday, I realized that as much as I've surrendered to these hardships in my life, as much as I've been heartbroken or, dealt with a really difficult situation, I'm sensitive. I love very deeply. I hope I'm a kind person. People tell me that. So when something tragic happens in my life, I lose a part of myself. Part of myself truly dies. It drives to die. And the word release occurred to me and gave me this sense of freedom, an idea of freedom that I've never experienced before. And it is something I will chase for the rest of my life because I used to react. I used to be impulsive. I used to, think I was right all the time and not really take input. I'm extremely stubborn, obviously. Look what I've done. Um, so, freedom is also about feeling empowered, feeling powerful, and feeling just in general power. And there are different ways to look at that. And I feel empowered. I've done a lot in my life to get to this point, and I've worked incredibly hard. And I have so many projects that I'm working on, and it's so fulfilling, and I'm so inspired. And that is empowerment to me. I feel love within myself. I feel love from, this presence within myself. And it is powerful as well. And, you know, power is a tricky one for me because that kind of lands beyond empowerment or powerful because pure power, I believe, has something to do with your ego, your confidence, your self involvement. Uh, I've been in small doses. I've been to all of these places, so I'm I'm more speaking of the people in this world who just innately are connected to that specific kind of power, and it really comes down to those who take advantage of that power to become someone who is in the spotlight. And that's when it becomes, I believe, dangerous. I believe, you know, it threatens people's perspectives, it threatens people's safety, which is key. Safety is one of the most important things. That is not in an episode. So I will talk about that in another episode whenever that happens. So I'm not sure if you guys feel safe. Uh, I'm receiving a lot of messages right now of beauty and safety and you know, this beautiful, nurturing and caring space within myself. And you know, freedom, it is surrender, and it is surrender to fear, to pain, and to love. And I truly believe this. There's so many other things I guess we could surrender to, and there's grief and defeat. Shame is like a whole other thing that we are talking about. Just wait till we get there. It's pretty ugly. But God, people keep texting me. I don't care. Uh, so yeah, we can surrender. We can lose a part of ourselves. We can escape, which comes from a place of mental and emotional confusion, and that can bring up a lot of mental fear and torture and emotional torture and fear, as well as pain in all ways. So I've done that like a million times. I've surrendered, I've escaped, I've, gone to other spaces in the universe and like I'm totally insane. By not becoming triggered, by not reacting to the hardships that enter my life you know, as they enter all of our lives. So that's a new perspective of mine that I'm very excited to digest and to think about. It seems pretty simple to me, but I already go with the flow, if you know what I mean. So I think it won't be as much as an issue for those who are like OCD and powerful and powerless and confused and insecure and stuff. So like those types. um, but speaking of that, I am a big believer that people can change. It's it's true. I have changed. I'm a completely different person. I don't even recognize myself from who I was 5 years ago. I've done an immense amount of work on myself and, uh, work on just concepts that have given me ideas to help that release come through me because I was trapped, I was imprisoned in many different ways, and I was, like, continuously surrendering and escaping, and so this idea of release and really connecting to this idea of powerlessness, is that a word? You know, you have to surrender to that, and that makes sense to me. So, release in that way, and then, find within yourself what you are capable of achieving when it comes to maintaining contentment, balance, stability, because life is a wave and we will continue to hold on to these tough feelings or release them and continue this journey of chaos, really, and storms. And geez, I get all poetic sometimes. It's like I have this book coming out, it's like poetry. Um, yeah, so to wrap it up, I want to, I do want to end with freedom. Uh, I do want to end with the idea of, you all thinking about empowerment, power, powerless, uh, and powerful, as well as surrender, escape, and release. I know there's a lot going on there. I believe they're separate concepts, which makes this whole episode confusing in a lot of ways. I think it's because of that quote, though. It was like all over the place. So I gotta chill out. I just want to hear your perspectives on this. I know we own our minds to a certain extent. We're not always in control. And I think that's another part of release and riding the wave, and acceptance, really. So allow yourself to release all of that and to open that space of entrapment and really feel freedom to the best of your ability because it's all about simplicity and we're really hard on ourselves and it's just not a big deal. Just be you. So the affirmation, whoopsies, where'd it go? Oh, that's not the right one. I'm literally pulling it up in a text. Like, how stupid is that? Um, so how do I not remember this? Oh, okay, yeah. I am grateful for the life I have while pursuing the life I desire. I know you thought about that. So I'm working on a way to involve the audience in a new way. And I don't want to be alone with these thoughts. I'm super excited about sharing them and truly believe and know that I'm not alone with these thoughts, but I want to trigger, as people don't think of as a good word, but I want to trigger curiosity, knowledge, and, you know, a drive to better understand ourselves and our identity and who we are and our ability to change the outcome. We all have very different paths, but the outcome can be different. So free yourself and be guided to where you're meant to be. So thank y'all. Um, let's end with that.